reading Miss ESPN when I came in, and the reading was on point. I do readings myself. And I translate dreams as well. So it was like, dang, like he dope and you real. You don't really find people that's real that don't have to, like, you got the natural gift. You don't got to pull from a deck. It's just there.
Yeah. The deck is the training wheels. I
Yep.
took them off a while ago. I got a deck.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I pull
Right.
cards. I pull cards occasionally, but not often.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And even when I pull them, it's still gonna say what I say. You know what I've said. Let me see if I can think of anything. I don't know because I be knowing with my. Okay, so you were just talking about the last girl, how her grandmother was coming back through her daughter, right?
Yeah.
So I had just did a reel the other day, and I said, well, you know what is everybody's outlook on death, right? When you pass away, are you reborn or do you sleep, right? And the reason why I say that is every time somebody passes away, somebody's born. So I'm always open to the different possibilities of the other side, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Hmm.
You don't sleep. You do not sleep. Sleep is a three-dimensional demand on the body based on the spiritual energy being used up faster than the physical body can replenish. So you need sleep to rest the body. When you
Exactly.
leave that body,
You never
when you leave,
sleep.
you ain't no sleep. You don't. There's no fatigue.
Right.
There's no tired. There's no exhaustion.
Right.
Right. But
Right.
there is also no hungry. But
Right.
there's craving.
Mm.
That's the crazy part. There's no hungry, but there's craving.
So when you say craving, what do you mean by that?
So between my last life, my name was Dennis. I got shot in 43rd in Chicago,
Hmm.
right? And between the two lives, Dennis and this one, all I wanted was some fried chicken. But there is no fried chicken,
I get it. That's dope.
right?
And how did you find
Now
how did you find out your past lives?
I can't. In a dream, I kept dreaming about this dude.
Hmm.
And one day I described him to my mama, and she said, "That sounds like your father friend Dennis,
Hmm.
right?"
Hmm.
And I had already had his name from a dream, but I never told my mama. It
Mm.
spooked the shit out of me,
Uh-huh.
right? But at the time, I still don't know that's who I was in my last life
Hmm.
until I seen me get murdered.
In a dream.
Yep, I seen the whole murder play out.
Wow. And you know what? So with the whole spirituality thing, I take it day by day and I pray. I'm open to different things and I go by what I feel in my heart and I connect with my spirit, right?
Hmm.
And it's so strange because a lot of people, when I first got into like spirituality, it was back in 2010, and I would always see things in my dream and then it would happen. It could be past, present, or future. And like these group of people that I ran into that was spiritual, they kept telling me that I had the soul of Ruth.
So Ruth in the Bible was the Moabitess. Her job in the book was family redemption,
Mhm.
and she was taking care of Naomi,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
And Naomi was her mother-in-law from her husband that passed,
Right.
and then she had a sister wife named Orpha. That's who Oprah named after, but
Mm.
her name was Orpha. Now Orpha decided that she didn't want to go with Ruth and help her to tend to Naomi.
Her best friend, right?
That's her sister wife. They was married to the same husband.
Oh, I thought they was married to best friends. No?
They were sister wives.
What? Okay, so I must have got a misunderstanding. I thought they was married to best friends. Like Oprah married the brother and she married her husband.
No, so you talking about at the end of the story. Because when Orpha went off, she married somebody else, and Ruth waited for the family redeemer. Because without the family redeemer, that's why, because the family redeemer is coming to redeem Naomi. Right? Because it's her husband, their husband that died. That left Naomi with 2 daughter-in-laws.
Okay.
Now, in the tradition, she got to marry them off. But she's up in age now, so she's no longer marriage material. Whichever one of the girls accept her to take care of in her old age, right, was Ruth. Ruth accepted the responsibility. Orpha left. She wanted to go a different route. So she married somebody else while Ruth waited for the family redeemer.
Okay.
Right. So when they say you got the spirit of Ruth, it's the spirit of patience, consistency, compassion, and love. Right. So that's the characteristics of Ruth, and loyalty. Because her loyalty to Naomi was undying. There's no retreat, no surrender. I'm not leaving Naomi to be fending for herself at her elderly age.
That's me. And you know what? When I read it, I was like, wow. And you know what's so crazy? I actually even had a baby for somebody who couldn't have kids and gave them a child. And I was like, and this was before. This was like 14
It's funny you would bring that up. Because I don't know how long you've been on, but I was telling the sister earlier, I was like, everybody that can lay down and have a baby, not gonna have a baby by everybody they lay with. Women have a set, like some women like you said, you got with a guy who couldn't have children and you gave him a baby. A lot of people been like, that's not possible. Well, fuck, it ain't.
It was a woman I gave it to. It was my godmom who couldn't have kids. I did it for her, not a man.
Oh, so you was a surrogate.
Yeah.
That's a surrogate. So that's the same principle. You're giving somebody who can't have a baby because you can. Look, every woman that can have children not supposed to be a mother.
Exactly.
But every woman that can't have children is not supposed to be without a child. So nature got to reconcile the two. So nature put you with the woman that can't have a baby because you can. That's the greatest gift you can get somebody. You can't get nobody a greater gift than a child, especially from your own loins. What you gonna get? What's better than that? A car? A mansion?
I'm not attracted to earthly things. You know, like 10%.
I'm just saying in general, when you really look at it, what's better than giving somebody a child? What can you do for somebody that can't have a child that make their whole life? Their whole life is made now because she got that baby. Right? So you shift her mitochondria when you do that. Because when she go into mother mode, that activates her mitochondria to unconditional love mode. That's what she needed.
Yeah, she definitely needed that.
Yeah, that's healing at its highest.
Wow.
And our women don't just do that for any old woman. She got to have certain things about her before you even consider her.
I just knew she was sad. She was sad about it, and she was a good person, but I could tell that was a piece of her that was missing.
It's deeper than that. You surface skimming on it because you know. You know, but you don't. Okay, so it's like this. You do something for somebody, and you don't want people always, oh, that was such a good thing you did. You don't hear that shit all the time. Right? So you minimize the effect of it to you so you can get people to stop giving you adulation for the act that you done. That's called nobility. That comes from noble character from birth. You can't teach that shit. I got a post to say, I got a picture of Al Pacino as Michael Corleone and say some of us got that shit you just can't teach. You can't teach nobility. You either got it or you don't.
That is
The
so
biggest
true, right?
obstacle, the biggest obstacle of being a noble character, nobody probably won't believe this. Contentment in being entitled.
Mm.
You feel like because you who you are, somebody owe you something. Don't nobody owe you shit,
Mm-mm.
right? So you
Yeah.
think because your brother is a millionaire, he's supposed to make you a millionaire too. No, that's not his job.
Right.
His job is to give aid and assistance in anything righteous that you're trying to do to become a millionaire on your own.
There you go. Boom.
He
Mm.
ain't supposed to make you a millionaire because he a millionaire,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
But if he know how to help you become a millionaire, his obligation is to show you everything you need to know to do your own work.
Teach them how to fish. There you go.
Yeah.
Wow, that's deep. And you know that's the thing. People think, and it's like I can give you money, but what are you gonna do with it? You don't even know how to make money. So you're gonna be constantly coming back to me. So therefore, I would rather teach you, like when I step into spirituality, I don't want people to need me. I want them to be able to tap in themselves. You feel what I'm saying? I can continue taking your money, but at the end of the day, I want you to be able to do this without me. Because I'm
Yeah.
not going to always be here. You feel what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I stand by. You know what I'm saying? Teaching people how to fish, whether it's my kids, whether it's a client, and then they get these people, they be like, oh, well, this person told me this and I need to come back in 2 weeks. No, that's not what it is. And everybody in spirituality don't have your best interests. So you need to be careful who you opening
Look,
your spirit up to.
everybody that use the term spirituality don't necessarily make them spiritual.
Ooh, yes.
They use it now as a catchphrase, as a kind move. The same way
Mm,
when it wasn't popular among our people to be Christians, the
mm.
Christians became Christians in order to have something exclusive over their brothers.
Yep.
That shit
Boom.
don't got nothing to do with us at all. We
Um,
not from the Middle East. This is not the land of Jehovah, Adonai, Elohim. None of them motherfuckers don't belong over here.
mm.
The first thing they did when they came over here is gave us a Bible, and we started reading their Bible, looked up, they had all our land.
Man, what you say? Ooh, that was for control. And that's why
Now
I
look,
said in the Bible, God don't never change. He don't go back on his word. He not gonna say, oh, y'all can do this, then y'all can't do this. That's where I got lost at, you know?
yeah, because that Bible guy do that shit all the time. Tell you thou shalt not kill, but go kill that whole village over there.
That part.
See, that's the difference between their God
And
and
our
us
God.
following the truth. Big Mama don't do that. Big Mama teach her boys, let your yes mean yes and your no mean no, and stand on that shit or don't fuck with it.
Yes.
That's it. We don't need all
Ooh.
that. Look, we don't need philosophers. We don't need theologians. We don't need eschatologists. We don't need motherfucking Catholic priests, bishops. We don't need that shit.
Mm, mm.
Because all we need is to trust Big Mama, and Big Mama gonna tell us where to get everything we need to solve whatever problems we have.
Mm.
But you got motherfuckers in our community that's saying Big Mama crazy now.
Exactly.
You can kiss my ass. Watch, we gonna show
Man,
you how crazy Big Mama is when this shit over with.
I'm trying to tell you, because the truth ain't gonna change, and it don't matter who don't believe it. It's still gonna happen.
Yeah.
Wow, Rod. Well, I'm so happy. I joined in. Thank you, Miss ESPN, because I sure needed this. Because I'm always the go-to person for everybody. So I'm kind of like in hermit mode right now because it's just so much. Because we could tell a person everything and they still gonna go left. So I have a hard time, you know, watching people go left after I done told them, to go right. It's like, what are you doing? What's the point of you talking to me if you're not gonna listen?
That's why I tell people to come to me talking about what I should do about this? I'd be like, why is you asking me when you already think I'm a lunatic? You already telling
Oh,
motherfuckers,
there you go.
look, you already
Mm.
telling motherfuckers I'm crazy, I'm
Yes.
delusional, I'm insane, but you can't dispute nothing I'm saying. But now you coming to the lunatic, the crazy, insane motherfucker, asking for advice. Now make this shit make sense so I can know whether to give you advice or slap you in your goddamn face.
Slap them.
You know, cause this shit don't make no sense. Look, I'm telling motherfuckers I could have saved way more people if they would have knew they needed saving.
There you go.
Most of these motherfuckers think they got it all figured out and don't know shit. As my father would say, they don't know their asshole from Shinola.
They don't even know who they are.
You know? So I laugh at them when they be calling me crazy. Okay, I'm gone. When I get done telling you what I'm gonna tell you, all you gotta do is match the receipts.
The truth
I'm
don't need
gonna
no
put
support.
I'm gonna post the receipts. I'm gonna post the receipts. I'm gonna show you I know what I'm talking about. I don't know. I think the truth need to the truth need to be validated by the evidence. Because everybody think they got the truth, but they don't all have evidence. Right?
Yep. You are absolutely. Ooh, I love your spirit. I ain't gonna take up all your time on here though, but I'm definitely gonna jump in your DM because I don't know. I just love your energy. I love the energy, and I love talking to people who know what they're talking about, and a lot of people don't.
Yeah, that was one of my worst fears of even putting my. I hate social media with a passion. Like you can't tell much as I be on this shit because
Hmm.
Big Mama got me on social media.
Okay, so
I don't gotta like it.
tell me who Big Mama is. You know I'm new to you. Who Big Mama?
When I say Big Mama, I'm talking about Prime Creator.
Okay.
All right,
Hmm.
Big Mama embodied in my life as Mother Margaret for me,
Okay.
but everybody got a different embodiment of that energy in their life and their family.
Hmm.
Grand matriarch, right?
Hmm.
So that Big Mama energy is what we call Vice Lord energy. She is the one who holds the earth's purse strings.
Mm.
And when they talk about Oshun returning with the sweet water, she ain't nowhere but sitting in Big Mama house looking at these motherfuckers looking stupid. Right? Because Big
Yes.
Mama told them and Big Papa, Obatala, in the Orisha pantheon,
Mhm.
right? They both told all of the Orishas the Oshun is a sweetheart, but she just don't kiss ass.
So let me ask you something about that since we're talking about the Orishas, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if I don't know about something, I'm not gonna dab in it. I have an actual crystal store, and a lot of people been coming into my store and they say, "Oh, I'm E5. I'm E5. Your ancestors said go to St. Martin's, go here, go there," right? And I knew this one girl who was into E5, and she was basically using these deities, these spirits, to put spells and do bad stuff to people. And I'm thinking to myself, if those is my ancestors and those is your ancestors, how can they do something to me? How is those my ancestors and you can use them to put something bad on me? So to
Because
me,
all
I
your
just
ancestors don't mean you know motherfucking good. That's how.
and I
Some of
don't
your
want to.
ancestors is some of the rottenest motherfuckers that ever walked this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And some of them are validated by people with that same energy.
So why would I do? My phone was my battery going dead. But no, listen. So I don't even want to deal with no energies like that.
You don't have to. When you
Yeah, I
deal
don't
with your
deal.
benevolent, listen, when you deal with the benevolent ancestors,
Mm-hmm.
they and you tell them ones with that negative ass energy to get the fuck on, they can't come around you because your other ancestors woke wide awake with their ass on the other side.
And that's what keep me protected because I don't, I respect whatever somebody do, I respect it. But my thing is, you can't tell me that you into something and you putting a spell on somebody that you love because why are you trying to make somebody love you in the first place? That's gonna be the same person that kill you. If they don't love you, let them go. A lot of people don't even know how to love.
Well, here go the biggest part about that. If you got to put some spell on somebody to make them love you, you got to look at yourself and find out what the fuck wrong with you.
There you go.
to make you need a spell.
A lot of people do it.
I know. Believe me, I know. They be trying that shit on me, and I be laughing because I can see it.
What it look
They
like?
mama tell me all the time. She tell me
Yeah,
all the
I
time,
can
yeah.
tell when somebody trying to do something to me because it's almost like I can feel it forming, but it don't prosper. I'll be like, man, and they hate that you just be real with them. You ain't even got to do nothing to nobody, you know.
Nope.
And they just, oh, she thinks she this. Oh, she thinks she. I don't think I'm nothing. That's your perspective of me.
Yep.
I'm not in competition with nobody but myself, and I help anybody get on.
I always tell motherfucker that, "Bitch, you think you know everything. No, motherfucker, you just think I know everything because I know more than you."
Ooh.
Now you trying to offer up my opinion of me to make me look like I'm trying to make myself superior to you, and that's not the case. So when you realize that you think I know more than you, which makes you think I know everything, then that tells you that you had an over motherfucking inflated ego.
There it is. Somebody said that's not the Orishas. Well, see, that's the thing. I don't know what it was. I wasn't getting into it. If I don't know
Yeah,
what
they talking
something
about
is, I don't
yeah,
get into it.
because she's talking about the lowest. She's talking about lowest. And the Orisha and the lowest it's denominational, like Catholic and Protestant. So the voodoo, the Santeria, the hoodoo, you know what I'm saying? When you start talking about the lower, you start talking about the Orisha, you start talking about the Obey, it's denominational. Ancient denominations, the same as the church broke up you got your evangelist, you got your evangelistic church, your American Methodist Episcopal Church, you got your Orthodox church, your Baptist church, your Protestant church, your Presbyterian, Episcopalian. Those are
Right.
denominations, right? So we look at it.
Yeah, they
A lot
all
of
teach
people,
different stuff.
a lot of people get offended because you will say, if you say talking to somebody who worships the Orishas and you call the Orishas a Lord, they get attitude. I don't get attitude. I don't get attitude because I be like, okay, well, whatever. Because it's denominational. It's
Yeah.
according to, because each one of them have a different culture attached to the original doctrine, the underlying principles of the doctrine, right? Once you get to the root, then you don't have to worry about denominations. That's why I can pick up a book and read about say the Dogon tribe, the Dogon mysteries. I can read their mysteries and know what they're talking about as if I was a Dogon because I know the origin stories.
Oh yeah, that's deep. That make a lot of sense.
Yes, it's just denominational, right? And the reason why it's like in Islam, Muslim. You got these motherfucking Negroes over here convert to Islam wearing the Jalabeel and sandals in New York in December and January like a fucking idiot. That's not religion or religious doctrine. That's cultural. So you didn't appropriate the religion. You appropriated the Arab culture using the religion as the transporting vehicle of the culture. Christianity is Roman. It is the application of Roman culture in other parts of the world with spiritual beliefs by undermining the local spiritual beliefs and putting the church as the preeminent doctrine of the Roman Catholic motherfucking system.
Oh yeah, that make
It's
perfect
the
sense.
same with the Hebrews, right? They don't even read their doctrine. I'm sitting here watching these motherfuckers talk about they Israelites and calling pale skinned people Edomites, and they don't even know, they don't got enough sense to read where it tell you in there that Jacob stole Esau's birthright. And if the pale people was Edomites, that means that you stole a birthright. That means that they got a superior birthright than you, and you a thief and an underminer and a supplanter, and you the goddamn devil masquerading as the angel.
Ooh. Whoop, there it is.
It's right there in the fucking book.
Yeah.
But they want to be quick to use this racist agenda for divide and conquer purposes. That shit don't work on me because I can see through it all.
Ooh, that's deep. Wow, that is deep. You deep. I love it, and it make perfect sense. That's why I stay in my own lane.
Yeah.
I love it, Rod. I love it. I love
Look,
your energy. I love everything about you. You dope.
appreciate you, sister.
Yeah.
Look, these motherfuckers get into this religion shit and take sides. Now, think about this for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
We looking at some shit in a book, allegedly. We don't even know if it's true. Happened
Hold
2,000
on one
years
second,
ago.
Rod. It's all right, Miss ESPN. Slow down. You shouldn't be questioned. Okay, we gonna keep the good energy in here. I'm all right, Miss ESPN. Calm me down. Calm me down. If I ain't responding, you don't need to respond either. Love and light. That's all we respond to. Miss ESPN going in, and somebody said it's those contacts. I told you, Miss ESPN, that's my baby. I know her, and we talked, and somebody was saying something about me, and she kind of like snapped on them. Let it go. I don't, and see, when people come with me with stuff, I don't even reply to negativity. If it's something somebody's saying about me, I'm sorry. If I ever made you feel some type of way, I'm sorry. Because that's not my intentions. I don't do darkness.
So
I don't
look,
go back and forth with people. If you don't like me or you got something sad to
I'm with
say,
the shit. I'm with
yeah.
all. I want all the smoke.
See, I'm not. I don't
But there's
got
only
time
one
for this.
problem.
Mm-hmm.
I don't got no problem with none of the smoke. I just got to be right.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I'm right, because I know sometimes if you, in order to do what's right, you got to
What's your
punch a
zodiac
motherfucker in the
sign?
face. Scorpio.
Oh, yeah, I love Scorpios. I'm a Virgo.
Oh, okay then. Look,
Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn.
as long as I'm
Oh, okay.
right, I'm gonna take it wherever it need to go in order to resolve the matter. I know from experience. Sometimes, if you want to do what's right, you got to punch a motherfucker in the face, push their snot box back, turn they spit red, fatten their lip, give them two black eyes, and then kick them in the balls just to do the right thing. I don't got no problem with that. Now, I also understand this.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got a right to think and feel whatever the fuck they want, right or wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a right to continue to be right and not give a fuck about them.
Yes. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Ooh, the greatest gift Miss ESPN gave me was this live.
Yeah. I'm glad you got something out of it. I want to take another caller before I go. I'm getting
I know.
tired
I'm gonna
now.
go ahead and get off here. I'm a What's your other? You said your other Instagram is what
Rod
now?
Hayes.
Rod
Rod
Hayes.
Hayes, yeah.
Okay.
Inbox me on this. Inbox me on this one, and then I'll send you the link to the other one.
Okay. Yeah, I'm about to jump off. I ain't gonna watch you no more because I'm gonna mess around and fall asleep. I didn't turn my phone on. I'm in the bed with my little ponytail, laying down. I got to be up at 6, and this just gave me all the energy. I need to go back to sleep. So I'm gonna DM you and I'm gonna jump off here. And thank you. And I wish you nothing but love, light, and great health and wealth. Okay.
Okay, I appreciate you.
All right. Later.
Queen B. There's two of y'all left to focus on the skin.
Right.
Crystalline, you more internal based. You looking at everything from the inside out, not the outside in. And now you can see with your spiritual eye, or what they call your crystal eyes, your Ujek and Uraeus, with your higher wisdom and your controlled lower nature. Right? They always tell us about the cobra on the crown, but they never tell us about the vulture. Right? Your lower nature. The vulture is the lower nature that you conquered. And the cobra is your higher nature that you've mastered. It's two different struggles going on in the individual. And W.B. Bush wrote about it. He called it the warring soul.
Right.
right? The part of the self that want to go along with society at large, and the part of the self that want to truly express itself from its purest source, right? So you're talking your spiritual self versus your ego self. Your ego is the sum total of everything that you've ever been told about yourself that may or may not be true, but you accepted it as so because that defined who you was from the external world's perspective. So you trying to live your life fitting into the perspective of everything you agreed to in your ego, and you haven't even tested it to see if it's compatible with who you are.
Very interesting. Let's go through a couple of historical terms, Rod. We're talking about melanin. We're talking about race. And once again, family, if you're just joining us, there was a Senate hearing with RFK. I advise y'all to go see what's going on. Very interesting things have been happening since Trump has been president. I cannot lie. He's really shaking things up. Some people don't like it. Some people do like it. But things are being shaken up. That's one thing we all could agree on, whether you like it or not like what's going on.
You remember I told you as soon as you take office, everything gonna speed up.
Yeah, you did say that. Indeed. Let's go through a couple of historical terms to try to figure out who we are, where we come from, and how we got here, Rod. Let's talk, and this is a term me and you talk about on the phone. We haven't talked about on the internet, Neanderthals. Now, that was a term, a lot of brothers use that term to insult.
The pale-faced tribes tie up. I guess they mentioned, I think they're talking about the East Coast tribes, Raw, the ones that came with Andrew Jackson mixing with people, the $5 Indians, pretty much.
Well, some of them is not. Everybody worried about how the people look, where they at. No, the America, the Great Melting Pot, people came here to mix DNA.
That's right. Let's get it.
They came here to mix DNA. Nature knows no color line. Dr. Clark said that race was a construct of man used to accomplish a purpose.
Right.
Divide and conquer is the rule.
Right.
We so worried about when we gonna get the land back, when we gonna kick these people off the land. We need people to work the land. Half the people asking that is not gonna do no farm labor longer than 2-3 days, and they quitting. I'm telling you that now. Then they already get money too. Right. They got money in there, and they're not doing none of that. You have to love tending to the farm because you tending to the family. You got to have it in your soul. And we've been forced to work undercut on pay for so long. When we get some money, we ain't gonna want to work. We ain't gonna want to do the labor required to operate a farm. But we gonna need farms operated because there might not be no more grocery stores. And you might not be able to get food if you ain't tied to a farm. Just like you might not be able to access your money if you ain't tied to a family bank.